He was the man who faced storms and came back stronger. She was the girl whose smile could quiet any chaos. Woo-bin and Bae Suzy, two stars who walked the same road once, only to drift into different skies. But when their paths crossed again, the world felt that same spark it had years ago. This is the story of timing, destiny, and two souls who never stopped understanding each other, even in silence. Before the fame, before the cameras, there was just a boy and a girl who dreamed. Woo-bin, tall, quiet, intense, the kind of man who carried storms in his eyes. And Bae Suzy, radiant, gentle, a light that made people believe in warmth again. They met in a world built on scripts and scenes, but what they shared went beyond the lines. He admired her calm, the way she could turn silence into comfort. She admired his strength, the way he faced pain and still smiled for others. There was no confession, no label, just moments, small, unspoken, unforgettable. People called it chemistry, but those who looked closer saw something deeper. When Woo-bin fell ill, the world paused, and so did she. Bae Suzy, who had known him not just as an actor, but as a person, sent quiet support away from cameras. No posts, no headlines, just care, unseen but deeply felt. Because real affection doesn't need an audience. Time passed. They walked their separate paths, different dramas, different co-stars, different lives. But every time they appeared at the same event, every time their names were mentioned together, fans felt it again, that same gentle connection that never quite disappeared. Some stories don't fade. They just wait for the right moment to be remembered. He once said, "Gratitude stays longer than love." And she once said, "Some people leave a piece behind, even when they're gone. Maybe they weren't meant to be in this lifetime. Maybe they were meant to remind each other of what love truly means. Not possession, but understanding." Years later, fans still whisper, What if they had more time? But perhaps that's the beauty of their story. It wasn't about forever. It was about a feeling that time could never erase. Because some loves don't need an ending in the memories, in the quiet support, and in the promise that once, even for a short while, two souls truly understood each other.